not to sound selfish, but I have to say this. I care. I care very much, but I have to focus on me right now and say, if that apartment building gets burnt down, uh, while right now, while I'm in the process of doing everything I can to prove a reality that is very uh, okay, it's the witchcraft, and it is powerful, and it is really, really actively affecting the LAPD. And this room with actual barricaded in victims that I talk about so much, um, these victims are harsh witnesses. The condition that they are in from spending over 20 years in there, so the condition that they're in is, try to imagine this and understand that this is really happening. But here it goes. Um, okay, they have hair that goes past them onto the floor from over 20 years. And they haven't had access to an actual bathroom where there's running water. And they have defecated. And then you to wonder where the food's coming from, because these kidnappers, these actual Satanists, they want those victims to die. And there's no way for them to get in the room, and they're barricaded, so they don't get fed. Now, the way that they have been surviving is fucked up, because they know about this kind of eating because of these satanic evil people. That my ex-wife is actually one of them, and it is so disturbing to know that. See, I understand. I have stories. Okay, I have stories of the times that she was taking me to Sunnygrill in Culver City, and I can tell you that I was fed. I was fed the meat, and I'm in a rage. That's how they put it in me, and we'll get into that. But at least they have underground, okay, and they breed human food. And before anybody wants to doubt this or call this my imagination or I'm a conspiracy theorist, you're sadly mistaken. This is an easy possible reality, making it very easy for it to exist. And believe me when I tell you it exists. It exists. And there are a lot of evil people, satanic witches, even those who call themselves vampires. They are actually. They might not be Dracula version, but they do drink the blood. But what's more intense is the witches, these female witches that they go way beyond eating. They eat. They'll bite right into a person and chew and eat. Some of them join and they can't stomach that level of eating it, so they eat it cooked meat, and they still do get certain powers. The whole idea of putting it in somebody, like with the victimizing like me, and getting in somebody's head is not something that they really normally would choose to do. The real reason that they do the cannibalism is for youth and beauty, just like the fairy tale, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Who's the fairest of them all? This is a reality with these witches. They heal when they get ill due to cannibalism. They're skilled doctors that they have. There are evil doctors who, revealing a lot. They do transplants. When they get a bad liver, they put a good liver in. They steal organs from children. They victimize people when they don't have what they want, that being bred in their factory. That's where the kidnapping is necessary for them. And to not believe me is pretty selfish on your part, or at least to give the benefit of the doubt, or to look into it, but to roll your eyes right now.
I have names. I have fucking names.
This is reality. You don't see it, or you think that the police would know about it, or you would know about it and never use it on it. No, it is not. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Understand this: there are, because of human trafficking, there are
I have fucking names,
statistics
motherfucker.
will tell you there are over 25 million missing people, and who have not been found, and it's chalked up to human trafficking and slavery. And all victims don't always get shipped overseas, or so many of them would be
Just fucking listen up.
we'd be
Shit's
able
fucking
to
real,
find
man. Y'all gotta
so
fucking
many
get that. Fucking
um,
cowards.
whether
Stupid fucking
they're dead or alive.
zombies.
And find out what happened by taking it into consideration. What I'm saying in a nutshell with that one is, how could
Just
you
fucking
or
listen
police
up. This
uh,
shit's fucking real,
not
man. Y'all
hear
gotta
me
fucking
out
get
and
that.
take a few minutes and
Fucking
go
cowards.
get a warrant and
Stupid
get in that
fucking-
fucking apartment and get these victims out? That would answer all of this. They'll tell you the condition that they're in would tell you, and they'll tell you everything, and then we could change the world as far as finding so many missing people and then eliminating more missing people. But it seems like these spells have such a hold on you and law enforcement that nobody does shit about it. They just roll their eyes and laugh at me.
Just fucking listen
Like,
up.
It's
This shit's
not
fucking
really
real,
happening.
man.
And
Y'all
the
gotta
spells
fucking
that
get
are
that.
on you to
Fucking
have you
cowards.
think like that. They're real, actual spells, and they use real spirits to successfully achieve what they want with their spells. And you're in the bliss of ignorance. Many people have been tortured, are being tortured right now for you to be in the belief system that you're in, and for you to doubt.
Just fucking listen up. This
You
shit's
can't-
fucking
you
real,
can't-
man.
Let that be enough information to have you break the spells, so you could, be closer to your true self. Then you're being overtaken, and
Y'all
you know,
gotta
just-
fucking get
I
that.
don't know. You don't
Fucking
really truly
cowards.
get it. If you're a Christian and you're not interested in this, and so then you're not even a real believer in Christ. Okay, because it's all relative. Okay, it is all relative. Show some integrity, and this is fucking real, and this is fucking serious. And these victims are alive, and they are witnesses. When the police go in and get them, there has to be media, live, high-end live media coverage, so when police open the door, it is captured now, and these victims are requesting this. They want the public to see, so real justice will be served. And how they communicate with me, I will get into the deepest details on another recording, just like I'm getting into some deeper details of their condition on this recording. I'm going to stick with that for now, and then on another recording, as I go deeper, I will perfectly explain to you how I know about this. Unfortunately, it's not information that the LAPD will accept as real. And maybe in Wisconsin and other places where people are very religious, and if somebody was reporting what I'm reporting, if somebody went to a police station in one of those neighborhoods, and told about the apartment, just like I do, those cops would be like on it big time. Those cops, they will find out. They want to get in there. They're not going to just have an opinion on the guy reporting, and choose to go with their opinion of him, instead of going and finding out
For themselves. Prove me wrong.
Ridiculous.
Man,
Right, it only takes 2 seconds.
gotta get with the program,
And go into
fellas.
the police, like,
You know?
so much, and so much
Not that
difficulty
difficult to do.
getting through
For
to protect
real.
it to anybody, just to get. Oh my God. Well, once again, okay, because it's just going to be a long recording. The condition that the victims are in, just imagine over 20 years, hair long, human feces is something that they wear like clothing, because they had clothing on when they took over the room and they were victimized, but because they don't have shower and they have to defecate, they removed their clothing,
Which they use as pillows.
of their dignity and whatnot. They cover themselves with feces, and it also helps to keep them warm like blankets, so they could sleep, but they try not to take it as a convinced, and they could lose the room. These are the toughest, strongest people you will ever know that have ever graced this planet. You need to understand that you're all fucking cowards, all of you, by not moving on this. And what these people are going through, and I know about it. I'm trying to do everything I can. I have oh my God, there's just so much. There's so much to tell. So food-wise, they've in the time that they've been there, they do have God, how do I say this? You won't believe it, but you need to believe it. You need to, because it's true. They have bread, their own food in that room, and it is very sad. These are Christian people. They are good people, but they need justice, and these evil people need to be caught. So they deliver food, and they only do it once in a while. They do starve. They're very, very skinny, but they breed enough food to keep surviving, and the police keep obstructing justice because they're under spells. And Cindy and Marnie and some of, I don't know, that there are so many of them, I don't know all their names, but there's always someone at the police station that I could tell what's going on, and they push it in to police. There's so much to tell. So I'm just gonna let it go for now. What else could I explain about the condition that they're going to be in? That's why news coverage. Oh yeah, the main reason that I brought this up is they're like at the beginning when I said if it's burned down. Why I said I'm being selfish is because the scumbag evil witches are threatening me because I'm getting close to getting in there. Some filing charges on building management. That they're threatening me that they're going to burn down the apartment building, try to blame the burning down at me, because that's what I used 10 years ago when I took the law into my own hands to try to get the police to go in there. I used Molotov cocktails, and I was looking like I was willing to. There was no property damage, nobody got hurt, and I went to a mental hospital, but the police really did not go in there and take care of it when I did all that. So I've been threatened that they're going to claim that I did the same thing and that I burned it down, which is like fucking stupid. The fire department, they have forensic scientists, whatever they need to do, they'll get to the truth. But the thing is that the reason they're willing still to burn it down is because these victims will be believed because of their condition, and the victims have all the information on what's really going on with hundreds of thousands of people in Los Angeles who are evil and are really trying successfully, actually, about to take this down if it keeps going in this direction. I'm somebody who has proof, and you can get to proof if you would just stop being such cowards. So this, I really selfishly, I need these victims to survive so they can tell the truth and what's going on with me and what I'm being afraid for. They want me to commit suicide. They've been trying to get me to commit suicide for 20 years, and they're desperate for it because of what the pornography thing, and that they made money, and that supposedly there's some kind of account that my ex made it, and it's like a joint account, and through the Googly Guru records or something like that. And I want to find this. I'm trying to get an appointment at the IRS and to find out if there's been if that's an active business that's been paying taxes. I haven't sold anything or paid any taxes, but I've told my victims that they're selling pornography, bad illegal type pornography, making millions, and Cindy, if I commit suicide, Cindy will be able to go. They already made and spent money, but they're waiting to cash in even bigger, and they need me to commit suicide to get away with murder and to get away with child porn shit, and because it's all going to be put on my dead body, and then maybe they'd be believed. But the latest I heard also is that Cindy had gone to Center Court, an address that I moved out of when I was 19 years old. I lived there when I was throughout going to high school with my family in Sunrise, Florida, and I left, and my parents stored like a whole bunch of stuff, my stuff, and up in the attic, and I didn't necessarily know that, or I never went to retrieve things, and that And Cindy actually thought about it. She went to people who lived there and said something about her being an ex-wife, and that she lived there, had stuff in the attic she wanted to go get, and they let her go in there. She found a whole bunch of my stuff, and then she went. Yeah, I heard that she put it in a storage place here in LA, but make it look like I created storage, and that they're mixing some kind of like stuff that has to do with evidence of that, of my involvement in what they're kind of pouring or whatever it is. I don't know. It's like, it sounds pretty fucking real, but I don't want to come off like a paranoid, and I'm not worried about it because I know the truth will prevail. I'm not worried about anything. If something happens with me, all I know is I trust the system, and I trust being under oath, and as long as I tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, hey, I'm not worried. If I ended up getting actually convicted falsely, oh my God, when they're murderers, and I've been trying for 20 fucking years to fucking get the fucking police to go in there, doing everything that I do. My friends think I'm crazy, my family thinks I'm crazy, and I'm like doing everything to get them caught. I haven't done one thing harmful, one thing wrong to anybody, and then in the end, if I have to, they will not. I have to know that there's no fucking way that these scumbag fucking Satanists are going to fucking actually win. They need my suicide, and they know damn well they do. Okay, so I don't need to worry. Although I'm told I'm going to be pretty humiliated as far as the hidden camera thing. Who cares? So I was jacking off from fucking, normal kind of shit. It's like, fucking, and it's on film. It's like, nobody wants to see that and laugh at me unless they're scumbags or whatever. I'll get over it. And I say this, okay? If it's not really if, it's a reality. I just don't want to dwell in it. But I take the sacrifice. I'm glad it happened to me and not somebody else, because most people would commit suicide if they were going through with these evil people what I'm going through and what I'm being subjected to. Most people would have committed suicide immediately, have gone crazy when it first started, and that was over 20 years ago. And so it had to be me, so it doesn't happen to people in the future. So I'm a sacrifice. I don't have to lose my life for it, but I've lost some dignity. I mean, I'm pretty simple. I keep it pretty simple. And hey, masturbation's not that embarrassing. It's safe sex. It's better than fucking being, whatever. So now what am I? Okay, so over 20 minutes of course. Oh no, I'm over 26 minutes. So I'm gonna have to double speed this, so it's not so long. So if you hear me talking really, really fast, okay, I'm gonna end it. I think you get the point. There'll be more. Stay tuned. Over and out.